In the Torah, there's a very big inyan. Everybody knows this. Inyan of Hakarat Hatov. Like really, it's big in the Torah. Like a lot. What's Hakarat Hatov? If anybody ever does you a favor, right? You make it tov. You don't do a harm back. No, you recognize the good that the person did for you. Now, why is that so important? By the way, it's so important that you have it in domem. What do you mean by domem? What happened? Who hit the what? Who hit the Nile? I want to know. Moshe or Aaron? When came the Makkah of Dam, who hit it? Everybody knows. Hacham? No. Aaron, because why? It says, who saved Moshe? The water saved him. How did the water save him? His mother put him in the water. And therefore, Hakarat Tov, Moshe wasn't able to hit the Nile, Aaron. When the Makkah of Dam came out, Moshe wasn't able to do it. Sorry, Moshe. What? Aaron's going to do it. Why? Hakarat Tov to the water that saved your life. What's going on over here? First of all, if you think about it, if anything, it was who that saved his life? Who saved Moshe Rabbeinu's life? Who? Was who? Batya was the one who pulled him out. So if anything, Batya, what are we doing? Hakarat Tov to the water that was because of him saved. Why? What's the connection? The connection is we want to find any excuse that we can possibly find in order to recognize good to something. Why? Because if you take that character trait and you apply it to Hashem Himself, you will never do a sin. And not only will you never do a sin, you'll only do the best of Hashem. You only serve God in the best form. Why? Because if you could take that sensitivity and feel, wow, look at this. The water saved my life. And you recognize the good even to water, you'll recognize the good even to people. You'll recognize good even to your parents. You recognize good even to Hashem. Meaning what? Meaning, if you think about it, one second. Baruch Hashem, I have eyes. Healthy eyes. Wow, my eyes are healthy. I can see far. I can see close. This is great. This is great. Who's giving you that power to see? Hashem. So Hashem says, listen, you look at only pure things. You can't look at tumah things. You can't look at things that you're not supposed to look at. So wait, so the next time, Hashem, my eyes are healthy. Wow, I can see. Wow. And don't be like a person that says, what do you mean? Everybody else can see Rabbi? Everybody else can see Rabbi? That's foolish, because what about the guy? You're looking at all those guys that can see. You think that Hashem didn't give you specifically eyesight for you? When you see the guy hitting the cane, whoa, thank you Hashem, you gave me the eyesight. You know what kind of blessing it is, eyesight? You think you need Hashem's beracha for your eyesight from now till the end of your life. You know how many? Go look what could happen to an eye. Glaucoma, there are a million things with the eye. Go to an eye doctor, ask him. There's 100,000 diseases just in the eye. A guy wants up this, that. And Hashem gave you beautiful eyes. What do you got to do? You got to show Hakarat Hatov to Hashem. Hashem, you gave it to me. I'm going to show it in my eyes. That's whatever you want me to look at. I'm going to look at whatever. No. Why? Because you recognize the good that He did for you, right? You recognize the good that He did for you. Your mouth, you could talk. You could talk. So now you recognize the good. Hashem, you gave me the ability to talk. So now what? Talk the things that Hashem wants you to talk about. Not lashon hara, not bad things, because you're recognizing the good. So Hashem says, recognize the good that anybody did for you, and therefore when you do that, guess what? You apply it towards Hashem. And that's why it's so important. A guy gives something to you, thank you so much, and really recognize that. Because you're building your muscle of Hakarat Hatov. When you build your muscle so strong Hakarat Hatov, when you see Hashem does something good to you, extra, you're like, oh man, thank you Hashem. I know of a guy. What happened was, he gave a big check to Maaser. I know personally, he gave a big check to Maaser, and he said within that 3 months, he got something beyond, like a big order. This order, he was going crazy about. And he says, Rabbi, when I got this check, You know how good I felt? I felt, Hashem, I'm going to the next level right now. I'm not only that, I'm double downing. I'm giving more tzedakah and more tzedakah. Why? Because he recognizes the good that Hashem gave him. When you recognize the good that Hashem gave you in everything in life, whether your eyes, whether your mouth, whether your ears, whether your face, everything. Then you start serving Hashem in a higher level. You start serving Hashem with like, wow, you gave me everything. Wow, I got to continue. I got to go weiter. You know, when the Havetz, I told you this, when the Havetz Hayim finished Mishnah Berurah, took him 25 to 30 years. What would you do if you finished a Sefer? 30 years you're working on a Sefer. 30 years you're working on a book. 30 years! What would you do after 30 years? Day and night. He was in his attic, right? You know the story. In Iran, he had an attic and was working day and night, Mishnah Berurah. What would you do after 30 years? You know what you would do? I'll tell you what you would do. I'll tell you what I would do. I would tap myself in my back, Shtabach Shemo, boom, look. What did Havetz Hayim do? Havetz Hayim did. He says, Hashem, look what you gave me. What can I give you now? What do you mean what you gave me? He worked on it for 30 years. He knows the mind. Hashem gave him the mind. Hashem gave him the health. Hashem gave him the strength. And therefore, when he was done, he says, you gave me this, Hashem. What can I give you? Hakarat Hatov. Recognize the good that Hashem always does for good for you.